Hey, Nerdical friends, do you have time?
We need your help because we have a history exam in 10 minutes and we have no idea about what was the Great Depression.
Neither what happened in the US during that time. And I need a grade 9, so could you please help us?
Alright, I think that you three are lucky because we are in our free time.
The Great Depression is a worldwide depression that lasts 10 years, caused by the Wall Street crash. Basically, what happened was that the prices for stocks were rising.
And what are stocks?
Stocks are shares of ownerships in corporations, so people thought that their value was going to keep rising and they started buying and buying more of them.
They even took money from the banks to buy them, and also the banks used the money for its consumers to buy stocks too.
However, this is when the stock market crashed, which is known as the beginning of the Great Depression.
And all of it happened in just one day.
Not really. This happened during 4 days. The first day was in October 24, 1929, also known as the Black Thursday.
And the last day was in October 29, 1929, which is known as the Black Tuesday.
People panicked, and since they didn't want to lose any more money, they began selling their stocks. But this only caused the value of the stocks to drop even faster, and it turned into a complete mess.
How come?
The banks couldn't ask for the loans they had given to the people since they had lost it all, and the people couldn't withdraw their money from the banks given that the bank had spent it all in stocks too and lost it.
This caused a severe crisis in the economy.
And the government didn't do anything about it?
At the time, President Herbert Hoover was the one in charge, but rather than doing something to improve the situation, he just encouraged people to stay calm and wait for the crisis to pass by. After that, the mess turned into even worse. Banks went into bankruptcy.
People commit suicide since they had lost everything.
A lot of men left their families because they could not sustain them anymore, which caused a lot of mothers to sell their kids. 1 out of 4 people were without a job, so they become homeless. You know, half of the children didn't have food, shelter, or even medical care. And also discrimination against women, black people, and Mexicans boosted because they were seen as threats to the white men for potential jobs.
Thousands of farmers also lost their farms, and if they wasn't enough, severe drought and dust storms killed tens of thousands of people.
Wow, things weren't going well.
You told me people weren't dumb, and it seems to me that the crisis wasn't just passed by, as Hoover had said.
Exactly. And that kept happening until on July 12, 1932, when Roosevelt gave an inspirational speech about how useless Hoover was and how he would fix the crisis by promising a New Deal. By November, he had won the presidential election.
New Deal? How so?
The New Deal consists of numerous acts that will improve the economy of the country and the lives of the people. And although it did cool stuff like give jobs to young people, implement minimum wage and maximum 40 weekly work hours.
It also provided an insurance to the unemployed, gave a pension to the retired workers, and about child labor, but it didn't end the Great Depression as it was supposed to do.
So, at the end, what solved the crisis?
What ultimately ended it was the entry of the US to the Second World War, where it came out of as the superpower with a flourishing economy.
Okay, I think that we are now ready for the exams. Thank you so much.
You have just saved my life again.
We owe you one, girls.
Don't you worry.
Good luck.
Bye.
Bye.